weird from the front of this shop. It's irritating. Oh, well, let's see.
Right, so we're live with audio. So hello, everybody.
Yes, hello, everybody.
Who's the 13th warrior? There are 13 people viewing.
Ooh. Well, I'm one of them. Well, it's true. Okay, I've got to change the settings on the product here. Oh, I think Ashley's coming in here.
Who?
Ashley, she works at the front desk. Well, we have two here, but she's here just to watch me open a present. But she is a little bit famous because she was on Instagram today. Hi, Ashley. Deja. Hi. Deja is our office manager. Oh, facilities manager, not office. That's not fancy enough. Right. And they're just here to watch me open my Secret Santa gift that I didn't make.
What is sort of corroborating witnesses?
And they're staring at me. But if you want to know who Ashley is, she is on my Instagram today.
Yeah. You unboxed the...
We were videotaping you.
I didn't know it was...
Do you want me to take it down? Because it has a lot of nice comments on it. No. And I made sure to start the video at like a nut, like an unflattering. Because there's one part where you're like, what's that? And I was like, that's a bad angle. That has to go. I was looking out for you. All right.
So for those on stream, completely confused as to what's going on.
Well, link them to the. You can link them to the Instagram thing.
Right. Well, Jinxie was given. It's the usual office really holiday. Sorry.
Is this from one of you? Do you know who it's from? Are you going to tell me after I open it? Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you have to guess.
Oh, I have to guess who it's from first. Okay. It smells weird.
Is that the picture that's at the top of your...
Is it what?
Does it look... It's the video at the top where you're... The cardboard box?
Are there scissors in here?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so that's what Prim gave us for Christmas this year.
Right, so whoops.
And Ashley opened it for us because she looks like an imvu avatar.
I don't know how well this will work on stream.
I do love green coffee beans.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh yeah. Now you're streaming live on Twitch, Ashley. Okay, what is this?
I just like that in this video, like our butts are in the...
Oh my god. I was filling out that sort of wish listing and I wasn't being very serious about it, and I did put this on there.
Oh my god, it's fantastic. It's really pretty. Oh my god, it's amazing. Wear it.
I think you need some hairpins though. Oh, I think it comes with hairpins.
That's cool.
You're on the office.
It's me.
Oh yeah. So it's very meta actually watching her.
So yeah, so somebody needs to explain what's going on in the video because it's playing.
Well, Laura is all like, I'm never around when she needs me, kind of thing. So I thought I would send her a cardboard cutout of me so she can carry me around.
That's very
and apparently get everyone else to fondle me in the office too. So that's all I've heard.
We do have some great video that I need to edit out and take some screenshots and stuff. But
that's very cool.
And the painting in the background with the two lovely bottoms are also our avatars.
Oh, so if I...
You guys, my Secret Santa got me a tiara.
Oh, they think you're a princess.
I may have actually put it on my wish.
That's like a legit queen.
I think next year I'm going to ask for a scepter.
Are you just slowly like starting a kingdom?
Thanks. Bye. Oh, wait. I don't know who... But they got me some green coffee beans too, which is pretty good because most people don't even know what those are.
Want to guess who you're saying?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't even know who all was in it, so I don't know. Was it Kim? Oh, you did a really good job. Thank you. Oh,
I don't know if they know.
Eat
No,
the
no,
muffin. Eat the
I
muffin wants to know why he
Ignore him.
didn't get.
No, 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 no. Don't give him any attention.
so.
Stop.
Yeah, every day I will. People will be like, "Oh God."
Excuse me, guys.
Yeah, and then carrying around the cutout of Beth at the same time.
That will be your center.
Yes, yes. And we'll have to tape a little tiara thing on her too. Yeah. Everyone will actually hate that. We won't, but everybody else will hate that. I've made a huge mess here now. I'm down. Oh, I roast coffee beans at home. Yeah. So I can just take this whole bag of them and pour them into, use like a stovetop popper.
Okay.
And just spin the thing and then do that. You can use a hot air popper too, but you can only do a little bit of beans at a time.
So how did you get that thing printed up, Prim? How did you do that?
Oh, I just went to a cutout company.
So you're taking a high resolution image of your avatar.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, you just send it in and they make it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's definitely better. Well, you can go. I mean, like probably if you look at this one, I guess I haven't really read it, but like it'll tell you where it comes from. But I order my beans from Maria's in Oakland, and they tell you the story of like the region it comes from, the people there. The guy that owns the place goes all around the world and visits all the different coffee regions, and he cups all of the coffee and he picks the beans that he wants to use. And so every coffee that you buy has a story behind it, and it's either organic or it's just pesticide free, because a lot of them can't afford it. But everybody gets paid either fair trade or what they call over the farm gate, I think it's called, pricing, so that they make more money than if they were to sell to some Folgers or something.
Sure.
Yeah, it kind of smells different. You can actually make a tea out of it too. Of course, that's going to have a totally different flavor than roasted coffee.
Right, there's a lot of flavor on roasted coffee.
But a lot of coffee beans aren't that great, and like they hide that by over roasting them.
Sure.
I mean, well, I'm talking to a barista. Ashley used to be a barista, so.
My shirt for today.
Oh yeah, you have a coffee shirt on.
Is that what comes out as a lecture?
Now we're all whispering now.
Well, we can still hear you clear as day.
I gotta go.
Yeah, because he said he could still hear you clear as day, or clear as a bell.
Bye, it was nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm still in the corner, by the way.
Oh, I didn't look. Maybe we'll see. We'll see later. Okay, there's too much stuff going on. I'm still trying to update this product or change the settings of this product so that I can give it away to Jazz Cat and he can be like the first one to see what it is on camera in his Paradise Island getaway.
Oh yes, sunny climes.
Wait, what is it? Wait, maybe it was already reset while I wasn't looking. Let me see here. That's weird. No, I guess not. Okay.
Miss Maya is still trying to get a headset sorted.
She may be less motivated now that she knows she might be our next challenger.
Oh no, it's not working.
Okay, let's see here. Oh no, I need to make sure I'm in my personal account. Okay. It's really hard. Like imvu will just, if you have more than one account, you probably notice that if you click on any kind of a link in the client, you will suddenly be logged into the website.
Oh God, yeah.
Which I'm sure there are good reasons for, but It's super irritating.
Well, yeah, because the client isn't using the same cookie information as the browser, so it'll remember the browser's probably got your account A information in it, and the client's using account B.
Oh, I see the banner ad for learn how to become an imvu creator. Very exciting. It's up there on the top spot right now.
Nice.
They could be having a sale for 45% off credits, but no, it's the creator banner ad.
Why do I feel like I'm not gonna see it?
Why wouldn't you see it?
You see different ones at different times.
That's true, but they're supposed to be showing this one for like an hour or two.
Yes, it's up.
I think
I'm seeing it as well.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to be seeing it right now.
Nice.
Oh, I
Well,
see it.
I'm refreshing.
Tiara Stone.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Tiara Stone has a new badge. I just saw a shout out for that.
Oh my god, I saw Polly's shout out earlier, and it was like, this is 100% true.
What? What did her shout out say?
That was it. It was just like, this is 100% true.
I wonder if it was a response to something that somebody else said. Oh, there's an ad for follow us on Instagram. I've never seen that before.
Is there?
Yeah, they have one for each social.
Okay, why am I not? Oh, my page isn't. Okay, okay, I can gift this now. I'm going to gift this to Jazz Cat. So, Prim, can you help me?
Yeah, so as Prim was saying, any questions, just ask away. imvu related, obviously.
Yes. What am I helping with?
Oh, okay. So, well, first, Jazz Cat, I just sent you Polly's special thing that we're going to be giving out to people today. We're going to give out like a bunch.
What is it? Furniture item?
It's a
an
clothing accessory, yeah. It might be in women's accessories, but it's unisex. Should be.
Exclusive for this channel.
Yeah, it's only going to be given out today during this Twitch, and then that's it. So she's made it exclusive.
Comfy holiday chair.
Yep.
I like it because it's kind of like where you sip your tea.
I think it's cocoa, though, isn't it?
I know, but it's like a holiday version of like just sipping your tea.
I think it's a really...
You know, like when there's drama and you just sip your tea.
Yeah.
How's it going?
You're wearing it.
I'm wearing it?
You
have to like, use the trigger.
Oh.
I don't know where it is for you though.
So what's the trigger? Hang on then. Let me just...
So, Prim, I'm just hoping that you can help me track who's in the chat so I can give out gifts.
Okay.
If you can send me people's names, because I get stupid sometimes.
Maybe only people who ask questions.
Yeah, they need to
so we don't want the, as per usual, no gimmies.
Mm-hmm.
But we need their avatar names, of course.
Oh, that's...
Well, they can ask questions, and then if we think it's a good one, we can ask for their avatar name.
Yeah, but we should be a little lenient because I feel like giving out a lot of them.
That's very clever. Oh, when you get
so
slippers
if you
too.
ask a question, put your avatar name on it too.
So just imagine that. Oh yeah, your shoes are so big you can't see the slippers.
Of course, I have big bobble heads and bobble feet.
Bobble feet.
But just imagine if you had a whole group of people that all have that.
Yeah, that's very cute.
It's like, did you not bring your own chair? We all have our own chair. You can wear that in any room.
I went to popcorn version.
BYOC. BYOC.
Oh my god.
I think somebody wants a chair.
He totally wants a chair.
He wants the chair. I don't know if I should send Miss Maya one if she's not participating in the chat.
I wish I knew that it would cost so many credits to get started up.
What was that?
A chat participant asked me a question about something I wish I knew before I started
Oh, right.
creating. And it would be that it costs so many credits.
Yes, you have to have a pretty decent revenue stream coming in from items that you've sold
Mm-hmm.
to be
Yeah,
able
you
to
can't
keep.
be afraid to make an investment,
Yeah,
but then you need to just keep the momentum going, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
And I wish I knew that creating hair is the biggest credit sink ever.
Yes.
But I think you get a few credits back though.
Very rarely though, because the hair market's so competitive because it's one of the easiest things to make.
It's the easiest, but it's the hardest.
It's the easiest to create, but it's the hardest to make money on.
I've had I have a sort of a class that I teach where I teach employees how to submit hair to the catalog. But we make it really easy though. We just like I give them hair textures to use and stuff.
Well, that's what
And I
a lot of people do, don't they? They buy the meshes and buy the textures and then plonk it all
Yeah, there's
into.
I'm not saying any names,
No.
but there are some creators who literally just buy hair textures and baby hairs, and then they just submit and sell it as the brand.
so I
Yeah.
think what you're saying is that I should be charging these employees.
Right. Make
Except
some
I
money off of this.
I actually was using Miss Maya's baby hair texture.
Oh, she won't know on her. It's fine.
No, I asked her permission. Like I actually purchased some baby hairs from her last year or something, and then I'm like, is it okay that I use these in the class? But probably the stuff that's submitted to the catalog isn't anything that people are going to buy anyway.
How do I earn credits? How do I earn enough credits to create Chicken versus the Egg? Well, you get a certain number of credits when you sign up. Are those are real? Are those real?
No. You
What?
basically have to spend money to
Yeah.
create. There's no
Well, if you need to have VIP to create.
Well, you
like,
do now.
not
Yes.
all-
Yeah.
Yeah, not all users do, because if you have an account from like before 2012, you didn't, and those people are grandfathered in, like Jazz Cat. But other people who have newer avatars, you have to have VIP, and VIP comes with credits. So I think the answer is just you need to get VIP. Wait, does Eat the Muffin not have VIP?
He does.
Oh, you should just stop spending so many.
Right.
Stop buying weird stuff and start using it to submit.
Yeah. So if you're
Or you just
wanting
need
to
a sugar mama.
what?
He just needs a sugar mama to give him some credits.
Uh-huh.
I have one.
You have a sugar mama?
Yeah, it's you.
Oh, he's getting credits from you, and I don't give you credits.
Oh, yeah, you do. You give me VIP, you give me credits, you give me access pass.
Yeah, especially the access pass. It's too bad you're only 13.
17. Damn it.
Did you just say that on air?
Yeah, but it's a joke. We're joking. It's not true.
Just to clarify.
Oh my god.
No, I think that's a good point, that somebody might take that as not a joke, and it's definitely a joke.
Yeah,
And by the
because
way,
clips and highlights abound from streams.
Too
So
late now. Too
Yeah.
late.
creatively edited stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Eat the Muffin is actually Prim's boyfriend in real life. So when he asks questions, you have to take it in that light and not answer them maybe as seriously as you might somebody else's.
well, I mean, I beg to differ. I mean, if somebody asked a question, I would have thought that the relationship to the person on stream wouldn't invalidate the question, depending on what it is, obviously.
Yeah,
You don't
well,
know him.
you just have to take that into consideration. But yeah, for sure, there could be, he has some legitimate questions. But anyway.
I had so many people messaging me saying they were coming to ask questions, and they're all quiet.
Yeah, we need people to ask questions, and then we need to get their avatar names and answer their questions. And what
Oh,
is
your grandfathered? I'm jealous.
who's jealous?
Frenzy.
Me.
Frenzy was grandfathered in.
Oh, yeah, I'm grandfathered in. I would like it if you could buy a lifetime VIP subscription. Like you could just spend, $200 and that would be all the VIP, or $300 or something. Like just as I said that, I saw some finance people walk by and I'm like, oh, they would probably be like $1,000 for lifetime VIP. It might be worth it. If there was a lifetime sub, I'd buy that. But how much would you pay?
$1,000? I won't pay that.
You wouldn't pay that?
No.
But
Well,
I
it
think,
depends. It depends what the perks would be. I mean, a studio tour or something. Something that had real world value.
yeah, maybe. Or we just have to figure out like what is that sweet spot price, I guess. But I mean, if imvu is still around 50 years from now and you paid $1,000 for VIP, you probably got a great deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it were to close next year, which is, I'm totally making that up, then
Panic.
yeah.
Seriously.
it's just an example. You would feel bad if you paid $1,000, but 50 years, it would be a good deal.
A bit like Bitcoin.
Or if you died,
Oh, gosh.
like if you died next year, you really wouldn't get your money.
What the hell?
Yes, dark places. So Frenzy asked, changing the subject. So 24 foot by 24 foot. What would be a good size mesh map for, like, say, a floor? Is the empty room? I'm not quite sure what that question is. Is the empty room derivable like the furniture one you see for boxes? How would I go about making a face light? There's a lot of questions in there.
You should make your room a public room, and then we can.
Yeah, you can have like a stream hangout.
That would be more fun.
Well, if you're doing, I mean, with the texture map for floors, it depends if you're doing.
I'll make one.
If you're doing, if you're making a mesh with a tiling floor, or a floor with just a 1-to-1, so you've got your texture stretched over the expanse of the floor. So you're limited to 512 in any one direction with your texture. So you can imagine that the larger the mesh, the more texture smushing you're going to create if you map that across the floor. So it depends what you're trying to do.
I want to like send a cheer, but then I don't want to use up I have to save up to have more than 1,000. I only have 158.
I don't know which of these.
Oh, Frenzy was asking, is there an empty derivable room? As in, like there's the empty mood and the empty avatar. There isn't one for rooms, is there?
Well, there's the one that just is a backdrop.
That's the one that you normally derive from. But is there an empty one that doesn't have anything in it?
I'm sure somebody's made one. I'll search for it. Or you could search for it.
Well, you can search for it.
Well, I will just, yeah, I just searched, wait, okay, no, that's not rooms though. Okay.
Oh, Polly's here. Look. Hey, Polly.
Yay, what? Wait, oh, Polly smells.
Yeah.
Polly, we're giving away your chair.
Yeah,
Look,
very
it's
nice. Very nice chair.
Laura, I sent you a link on G-chat.
oh, okay, great. Let's see here. I think have to put that in a browser window somewhere. Oh, shoot, wait. No. You have to invite Jazz Cat.
I know, I will.
What?
All right. Well, since you were too busy to make a room, Prim made one for
I
you.
didn't even know I was supposed to.
No worries. You don't have to now. Ooh, I don't suppose you used one of our shared rooms.
I was too scared because I looked in the wedding room and it's just a mess, so.
This is a good one, though. I like it.
So are you going to share your screen or?
I can't invite you, you're on create mode.
Oh, nuts.
Yeah, but if she invites you, then you can just use your screen.
Yeah. Right, I've switched to available.
What are you wearing, Prim? You're still loading.
My outfit?
Oh, my chair is like on a railing. I think this needs some standing spots or something. Oh, there's Jazz Cat. That was fast.
For you it was, not for me.
Why does the chair keep popping off?
Oh, pirate ship.
Can we invite Polly? Oh, it says she's not online. Or else I typed her name wrong.
No.
Yeah, I know, Polly. I just left them on. She was just saying I need to take off my shoe so that she can see the slippers.
I don't know if you're wearing those original bare feet. I think you're going to have the same problem.
Yeah, toes poking through the end.
Pirates.
So who's got the bath bucket?
Is it a public room?
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, the public room is called Twitch Stream Hangout.
Yeah.
So just search for that.
So pile in.
But every time I put the chair on it, it pops off.
It's the time. Is it supposed to be like, oh, is there an animation reset in this room?
Oh, is it the room itself that does that? Do we need a different room?
No, I think when people are moving and like loading in, it's like, it like resets the animations. So.
But can we use a different room?
Then I have to like delete it and remake it.
You can't just switch out the shell?
No.
Well, it's gonna ruin our chairs if we can't.
Okay. I'm doing
Did I miss the creator lesson? Well, let's talk to MissMaya about that.
it.
Oh, yes. So what's happening with that? Is she still trying to get her audio sorted out?
Yeah, I don't know. She's been very quiet.
Let me see.
She said, same question here. Miss Maya, you're the one who's supposed to be teaching us something. Maybe she missed that part.
She's teaching us how to get your audio to work. What? I have a holiday room somewhere. We'll use that one.
Are you making a new, should we leave this room?
Yeah.
But everyone's here now.
Well, blame Laura.
The problem is we can't wear our chairs, so that's not going to be good. We have to blame.
It's got the same name.
Oh, wait, are you allowed to name it the same thing?
I already deleted it, that's why.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to search for it. Search for quick before it fills up. Wait, why am I not seeing it?
Is my room location on? It should be the same link to join.
Oh, maybe I'll just do that. I don't know. I was searching like on Twitch for Twitch, something about Twitch. And that was not going very well. There's one called Studio imvu TV.
Oh, ooh.
Well, somebody's here to learn.
Oh, it's a different Miss Maya. I'm ex Miss Maya. That's very
Wait,
confusing.
Wait, what?
I thought that was Miss Maya posting.
Me
Twitch.
too. Wait, what? Oh, Beiji's here.
This is a cute room. But how are we going to fit our chairs in here?
We all sit here. There's little like standing stuff where I am.
Wait, where am I? Where's everybody?
We're over here near the tree.
Whatever. I can't find a. Here we go.
So we need to find a vacant spot. And there isn't really any. What if you sit in a chair and then sit in a chair?
That's very meta.
Oh, have to put the thing on.
Oh, you know what? I need to put this thing on my gifting list. That will be better. Okay. The gift list is like reverse chronological order.
Oh, really?
Seems to be. Like I just added Polly's thing and it's the last thing on the list. It's like how to get rid of your credits really fast.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
Oh, this is good. They're not resetting.
no, I'm just trying to get an angle on the because the window's in the way.
There we go.
Okay.
Wi-Fi hates everybody in Finny mode.
Yeah. DSL really hates everyone.
Yeah. Ace wants to know, what are we supposed to be doing?
This is so weird that there's two MissMayas left.
I know. So what happened to Miss Maya? Were you talking to her? Where'd she go?
She's trying to.
It's been 45 minutes since she started trying, I think.
Well, Ace, welcome to the Chaos Club. This is what these streams generally are. They are just complete chaos.
Well, we certainly can give a lesson on something.
Yes, but we're just having a bit of fun with these items that Polystyrene made just for us. This is special.
Yeah, and I think it's really good to give people a chance to ask questions if they have questions about creating.
So what exactly is going on here?
Woohoo!
Yay!
Hi.
Finally.
I know. Yeah, it worked. Thank you.
We're just waiting for you.
Sorry, I've got a spaghetti load of cables here. I bought a headset and the headset did not come with the connector I need to use both the mic and the headset. So that was fun.
So you went to the store and came back?
No.
Are you sure? Because we've been waiting for a while.
I'm pretty sure since it's 1:48 a.m. here at the moment.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So what's going on?
Yeah, just about to start answering questions, I guess.
Yeah, and we were hoping you would play a little game with us.
Uh-oh.
So in this game, we go to the contest section for the holiday 2017, and we go and look at all the derivable products. And then we have the people on Twitch pick which one they would like you to texture, and then you texture it live.
Oh,
What do you think?
oh.
Yeah, we
I
call
had
that
no
putting you
idea,
on the
but-
spot.
I know. I see what you did there. Well,
I genuinely had no idea. Don't blame me.
What?
I will blame you later. Well, I'm afraid I cannot do that right now, but if we could set a date and a time for that.
Yeah, come back Friday.
Oh my god.
Then
What?
maybe. Sorry.
How does Friday sound
Friday is
now?
tomorrow? Or
No,
Friday? Because tomorrow, yeah. The 29th? That should be okay.
The 22nd.
The 22nd.
Oh my god.
No. Well, the thing is, my cat's having surgery tomorrow.
Oh, this would help you take your mind off of it.
So I think I'll have my hands full tomorrow.
But you're volunteering for the 29th?
She's so persistent, isn't she?
Very persistent.
If you want to say no, say no.
Oh, I want to say yes.
I know.
I don't want to cancel at the
But
last
not
moment.
yet. other things prioritize, yes.
Hey, if she says like, oh, I could do the 29th, I think we should just go for it and not,
But nothing's set in stone. Okay,
No.
Laura.
No.
Nothing set in stone.
tiara
We really
stone.
don't know what's going to happen between
Oh
now
my
and
god,
29.
T-stone.
Yeah, he's doing sign language to me at the moment, waving his arms.
Hi, Raph.
He's not got his earphones on right now.
Oh.
Is he going to yell out naughty words?
No.
So who's being in charge of the chat and the questions?
I'm not. Beige was just asking if either you. I'm not sure who the you bit is. I'm guessing that's MissMaya. Either you or Prim or both could maybe have a creating lesson classes through Twitch.
Do you mean like texture and clothing?
I guess so.
assume?
Just I guess that's just general sort of imvu creating.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
always a question of time. It's because it does take quite a bit of effort and organisation. Even though this is complete and utter chaos, it still takes a bit of effort to get it all organised. So
Well, me and Jinx are thinking about doing something next year for teaching people like the kind of mainstream creating, which a lot of people do. I guess you'd call me and MissMaya mainstream creators.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, well, we're planning on. Well, we've talked about it, but there's nothing like in the works just yet. I guess.
So does
Yeah,
that answer the question, Beige?
Oh yeah, she messaged me on Instagram about this, about doing jeans and like denim.
All right.
I can show you how to do that, but it will take some time. Like that would be a long session.
Yeah.
We need some standing nodes in the middle of the room.
Oh, okay.
Can you get right on that?
How many people are in that room?
Too many.
Oh, look, there's a Miss Maya there.
Yeah, we were very confused for a while.
We thought you'd change your Twitch name.
I think there are 10, but if you want to join our room, we can invite you.
Meshing clothing, Ace, isn't simple. So to answer that question, are there any simple tutorials on meshing clothes? No.
Oh my gosh.
What about accessories? Those are clothes.
Accessories?
It's hard. Like I was lucky enough to get Polly to teach me some things, but then like obviously we've been busy and we've not been doing any of them. But
But you could
I
show
can
people-
proudly say I have meshed one thing, and it was a naughty word you sit on. So,
It's not even that naughty.
well, I'm sure Jessica won't want me to say it. So.
What? Sorry, I was just reading the comments. Oh, so if you said something you shouldn't have, that's fine, because I didn't hear it.
Wait.
What did it say? It said like boobs or something.
Yeah. But that took us like what, 3 hours?
Yes.
Just for something so simple like that. So meshing is just a whole other level.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, as Polly smells, that's what I advocate as well. If you're new to meshing, this is what Polly Smell says. If you're new to meshing, starting with simple accessories or furniture is a good idea. And that's how you should start. You should start with simple things.
Yeah, we could show people how to make a bracelet or something.
Which is what the gift boxes were.
We did a really good contest last Valentine's where polystyrene had made a rose and then set it up so it had some poses with it. And we helped people learn how to make poses. And it was all about just making poses for that rose. And it was actually a really good contest that a lot of people entered who'd never made poses before.
I saw that. I think I remember who the winner was actually. because like they made like a really nice promo photo for it.
Oh, I don't remember who the winner was.
They were one of the winners at least, but I just remember they like really stood out because they had like this nice like image for the poses.
Ah. I want to learn how to make a pregnant mesh with a normal butt size.
Well,
And
that's
then she says RLL pregnant body. RLL's not normal.
well,
it is for some people.
that's going to be tricky if you're not using one of the standard avatar meshes that you're matching up to.
Yeah, and there is a lot of controversy, I guess, about copying body shapes. So
Oh, well, I wouldn't really listen to that. I mean, you can't, like, seriously. There are people.
There we go.
What?
The creator program manager says go for it, guys. So.
Somebody's wearing AP products in the scene.
Oh, darn it. Let me look.
Oh.
Of course, out of all the people.
No, actually, it's not me. I didn't do it. I'm innocent.
Let's see who's the naughty one.
It's not me. For once.
I hardly use AP.
Well, it's what's the point these days when, you know, I mean, most of the stuff that, as I think we've mentioned this before in some other streams, some of the stuff that used to be AP is now GA.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So
That was only involving certain substances and certain words. I don't think they actually changed the minimum coverage guidelines.
And what, sorry?
I don't think they actually changed the area for the MCV coverage, the minimum coverage guidelines.
Yeah.
I don't think they changed.
Well, everyone should definitely come back Friday. It's be a fun day. What? Don't talk about Friday?
No.
Why? What happens on Friday?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing? No, Friday there's there. Oh no, not the Miss Maya doing. Miss Maya's coming on the 29th, I heard, to do a.
That would be interesting to watch.
I know, I would like that.
Yeah, I'd so like to watch that.
Yeah. We have to.
What's happening this Friday, though?
I know. What's happening this Friday?
This Friday is a login gift day.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Everybody needs to come, not just to the Twitch, but they need to come log into imvu so they can get the gift.
And there's also a flash mob for that.
Yeah, so if they can figure out how to do flash mob.
You can get your photo and explore.
Yes.
For everyone to see and get 1 billion friend requests.
1 billion. You know what? Honestly, with flash mob, you get more like 100 or something. I think because there's so many posted at once. I mean, yeah. I don't know. How do you tell?
Oh my god, Polly, if you watch me text you something, you'll be like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you using that? What is that?
Well, you always pick something up from watching somebody. It's like I said the other week that you don't necessarily need to like the products that they make, but watching what they do, you always pick up something that you may not have thought of. So.
Well, me and MissMaya were talking the other day. We were like, we're such messy creators. Like our PSD files are just a mess.
Oh, no. I would be mortified because we're self-taught creators. Very messy.
Right.
Yeah, honestly, okay, so there's this artist that works here and who will remain nameless, but she's a really good 3D artist. And she I have noticed, and with contractors we've had working here too, that if you say, oh, we need that PSD file, that they're like, oh, I didn't know anyone else was going to see that. Hold on. And they have to clean up their files. Like, like I think everybody just makes messy files.
Yeah.
Almost nobody has really good habits.
Oh.
Beige just said in the that's something that they are curious about. If you wanted to make a suede texture, do you just take a suede texture from Google and overlay it?
Never.
No.
That's a no.
If you like look up like suede texture in Photoshop, you can like find a way to do it, or if you don't want to, you can like I have a Shutterstock subscription. So like I buy a lot of
royalty-free stuff.
all that,
Yeah.
or there's other websites like Brush Easy that have a lot of royalty-free things. So.
Yeah.
Thank you to whoever took their AP thing off. Whoever it was, it's gone now.
Oh, it's Ace.
Look at us in the middle of the room.
Gonna be back.
Does Miss Maya have this chair?
I think so. She might not know she has it though, because I think I gave it to her before.
Oh, yay. I have a new chair.
Yeah, so Polly Smells answering the question above, aside from whether or not the photo is okay to be used, often when you use a photo for a texture, it looks like a photo.
Yes, that happens with jeans a lot.
Yeah.
People just copy, like literally they just copy and paste the picture.
Honestly, I think jeans are a really hard one to do. Like it's just like if you go to the store and you buy some denim and you were to just follow a pattern and make a pair of jeans, like those would be ugly jeans. Like there is just an art to making jeans look good, even in real life.
Jeans are the hardest thing to do.
Literally took me about 3 years to hand paint a pair of jeans that I felt comfortable submitting into my catalog. It was so painful.
Hard.
So painful.
Especially because like you're trying to go up against like people who just copy and paste. So like you're trying to like draw them as well as like a real life image. It's just.
But you can really tell the difference if you really get up close and personal with these jeans. You can tell.
What you could do is if you've got a mobile phone, take photographs of your own clothing, but obviously you have to be aware of any branding. Mm-hmm. But that's an alternative possibility that you can do.
Yeah, I like look at like my own clothing a lot to see like what creases are.
Yeah.
And things and shading. So.
Yeah, that would be good to show people how you do shading.
That's actually
a good idea. I've showed Miss Maya how I do my shading and she was like, what?
Like, you're weird.
Because I use my mouse for. Because I'm just too lazy to get my drawing tablet out. So
that's hilarious. I say, but don't you have a drawing tablet? She says, yeah, it's in a drawer. And I'm like, well, get it out. She says, no, I want a better one. And then I'm going to put that in a drawer as well.
Because I have to clear my desk and make so much room for the damn thing.
That's true. I have a couple computers on my desk and I have a really hard time. Like I actually put a keyboard on top of my drawing tablet because it's the only space for it. So it really becomes just like a resting place for a keyboard.
Yeah, but like a graphics tablet is literally the size of my keyboard.
Yeah, so you've got one of the larger ones. So I have to
like push everything back. Ugh.
Beige just said, another question, imvu started to really crack down on copyrighted images. If I were to take a photo of a snowman from Google and put it on a shirt, would I be in violation? Isn't
Well,
isn't every
Yes.
photo on Google some type of copyright?
they might not disable you for it, but you're still violating
Yeah.
someone's copyright.
So the
If
short
you
answer
didn't
is yes.
buy the rights to it and
Yeah.
you didn't make it, it's not yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So short answer
You
is
can
yes.
take inspiration from images on Google. A lot of us do it, but using it as a texture,
Yeah.
it's all a violation.
And if you do stuff like that, you won't get in the creator showcase.
No.
So.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, and if you're in a contest, we'll be kind of looking at your work and saying, well, let's see, this snowman looks like really different from everything else that is part of this texture. So it really looks like somebody just copied and pasted it. Like that is not going to win.
Yeah, I heard that imvu have like this really strict copyright checker now, so that's probably why everything's getting clamped down on.
Oh, okay.
It's safest just not to use images.
Yeah, that's
Unless
Polly Smells just said it's safest to assume you can't use an image from
Yeah.
Google.
Always assume you can't use
Yeah.
it. You can't take it. You can't.
But seeing that
better
it's
to be safe
winter,
than sorry.
there's nothing to stop you from making your own snowman. Presumably you get snow. You can make your own snowman, take a photograph of that, and use that instead.
Or you can just draw one.
Or you can draw
I've
one, yeah.
done that. I've spent time just walking all around where I live and just taking pictures of like the pavement, you know, the texture of the pavement or the brick walls or,
Yeah.
you know, leaves on trees. And, you know, you can use all of that stuff.
Yeah,
It's kind of fun and you get some exercise.
yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, basically, the problem with
Wrong audience.
images from Google is that it's not yours. It's not what the thing is of. So taking photographs of brick walls and floors, if you take the photograph, you can use them. But if somebody else took the photograph, then no.
And I'm just
But that doesn't mean you can take a picture of like some art in a
Yeah.
museum.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
use that just because you took the photo.
Yeah.
And also, contrary to popular belief, if you take something from somewhere, let's say like Facebook, it's also copyright protected. A lot of people think that because it's on Facebook, that it's shared for free. But actually, art and textures and things like that in stock photos uploaded onto Facebook have the same copyrights as Google, basically.
Yeah, that's an interesting, tricky one. You'd have to double check their terms of service, terms of because you're getting into the realms of YouTube copyright
Well,
strikes and
I actually have from personal experience. My husband has a motorcycle club.
yeah,
And he made a graphic for it, made it completely from scratch, and someone took it. So we had to, and refused to take it down. So we had to contact Facebook, and they do have a DMCA process for that.
nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
mean,
think
stuff
you have
from
to
social
take
media is a tricky one because they have their. I mean, YouTube has their. When you upload a video, you're uploading the video and agreeing to allow other people to do stuff with that video. So it's the social media thing. You'll probably have to check with each platform. You know, Twitter might have a version of that. Facebook obviously have theirs, and then there's YouTube, and they all have different policies with respect to the content that users upload. But saying that, that doesn't mean that if you use some images that you can't be DMCA'd anyway, even with that policy in place.
It's the same with imvu. You sign an agreement that the content that you upload is 100% your own and you own the rights to. So if you upload something you find from Google, you're actually violating those rights. And we went again into the copyright thing.
Well, you kind of always end up doing that anyway. Yeah.
I know.
It's such a confusing subject for like all creators anyway, so
Yeah.
Oh, it's so quiet now.
It's the copyright talk. It just bums people out.
It's exhausting.
It is exhausting, and all creators need to become experts, not only so they don't violate it, but also so when other people just take their stuff, they know what to do.
There should be a creator quiz before you start creating.
Yeah, some basic questions just to make sure people will keep themselves out of trouble.
Oh, yeah, they have a good point here. What Polly said, some people won't let a person use their stuff for commercial purposes, only personal.
Yeah.
I have that, like I purchase music for my Instagram feed, and I always have to look to see what the licensing is, if I'm, can I just only use it one time, or, if I monetize it, does that mean I can't use this music, or do I have to pay a different price? It's very complicated. But it's good to see that these places are actually separating stuff out like that. There's a site called Pixabay.
Pixabay.
Oh, Pixabay, not baby. Is it pixabay.com?
Probably. Yes.
Okay. Oh.
Holy crap.
Hey, now, we were worried about saying boobies, and now you're saying crap.
Yeah, it's just I've got two PCs open, and one of them was just looking at the terms of service for Facebook, and the way that I then obviously I can't read the one that's on the other computer because the microphone's in a completely different direction. So in order to do that, I have to open it on the PC that we're using to stream. But when you're actually on Facebook, the menu that's on the right-hand side where the link is auto scrolls and locks in place depending on the size of your screen. So you can't scroll down to click on the link to view the terms of service.
That sounds complicated.
Yeah, exactly. But it's relevant. It was relevant to the conversation. I mean, their terms of service. Let me see if I can do this. Their terms of service is basically Section 2, sharing your content and information. And they basically say that when you publish content or information using the public setting, it means that you are allowing everyone, including people off of Facebook, to access and use that information and to associate it with you. Obviously, they don't define how the information can be used, but this is the tricky bit with the copyright stuff and social media, is that what's happened to the room?
Crashed.
Did it?
I'm out of there.
It went
Did
dark.
it crash?
Yeah, mine totally crashed.
Yeah,
mine's okay.
Mine's fine.
It's gone dark. We need some spooky music. Is this one of those, there was a sudden shriek in the room and the lights came on?
Didn't you get a link to some music before?
Who?
You, Jazz Cat.
Oh, yeah, but that was the Twitch thing. You have to sign up for it, I think.
Oh, you might consider signing up for it.
Maybe. So basically, the copyright thing, back to that, is that there are two elements of it. There are, when you upload content to social media, you are granting them license to use it how they see fit. but they also generally have clauses where that if you upload content to the service, you're also allowing other people access to it. So it's a tricky one in terms of how you would then justify using somebody else's content under those conditions, but also if it's your content, how you police the content in that context. So they don't make it easy, which filters back to us as creators, which makes the problem even more complicated. So going back to the question about using Google, same applies to social media. If you find it on social media, it's just a no. Just don't waste your time with it, because it's not worth the hassle that may come as a consequence of it being discovered that you're using somebody's content. Which is what MissMaya was basically saying with the logo.
Yes. And you'll notice creators that do use copyright and do take things, they have been disabled before, which means they're probably going to be disabled again.
And they can't join the royalty program either.
No.
Because
Yeah,
then they get their catalog scrutinized and disabled.
Yeah, the room's just not, it's just gone black.
Well, we're fine. We're just sat here.
Yeah, maybe just leave the room and come back.
See if I've still got the link. We could definitely, I mean, the community, the creator community could definitely do with a sort of a DMCA FAQ, a frequently asked questions post. Sorry?
They won't give any advice or
No, but just in terms of, as we've just been saying, if somebody's asking, can I use images from Google? The answer to that is no. What about social media? No. Computer says no.
Jazz Cat says no.
It's just so exhausting that, like we said, if you load the front page of the catalog, it's just
yeah.
Really disheartening.
Yeah. But of course, imvu isn't the evil one in that situation. People like to demonize imvu for not doing enough, but in their defense, the DMCA legislation does make it tricky for them to do anything of any significance because of the way that it's authored. So it's not imvu's fault that not much appears to be being done, because it's up to the copyright owners. It's up to the people that own. So all that Nike swoosh stuff that people complain about in the catalogue, that has to be dealt with by Nike.
However,
doesn't imvu reserve the right to disable anyone and everyone given time?
Yeah, yes.
There are times when you will kind of get the attention of imvu, in which case you may get something saying, hey, can you provide the license you have to use this? And at that point, even though imvu is not the copyright holder, you can still get disabled for it. So it doesn't happen to everybody, but it can definitely happen to you. So.
Yeah, that's good to know. That's definitely good to know.
To answer Beige's question, I understand, but also kind of confused. I know the brands are copyright for sure, but some brands use simple words. For example, pink. Pink is a word, but also a Victoria's Secret brand. Well, I would imagine you would be safe putting the word pink on some pants. But if you word it in your catalog saying Victoria's Secret pink, then it's intentional. The infringement would be clearly intentional.
Yeah,
They've
and if you're
also
using the same-
copyrighted the font. Like that word in that font they use is trademark.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, don't use the font. Don't like find their product in the catalog and make something that looks the same.
Oh my god, me and Miss Maya were talking about that, having like in the flag thing in peer review, why is there not a copyright?
Flag, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there
But we
can't
don't
be.
know.
You-
Yeah,
you-
we
yeah,
don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't. There can't be, because that would then mean that people were making a claim against something based on the
No,
rights.
just a flag.
Sorry.
Just a flag, not an actual claim.
No, but the flag itself represents an authority to make the claim that that is an infringement. It has to be by the copyright owner. That's the trouble. That's the problem that we've got, is that although we recognise that, like the swoosh thing, the swoosh icon, we know. Oh, well, no, we don't know. You see, this is the thing. We don't know. We assume that the person that's published that item doesn't have the rights to that. We can't know that because we're not the copyright brand owner. And that's
Right.
that's why there isn't a flag, because only Nike would have the actual rights to be able to comment on whether that is or is
So
not.
Nike'd have to go directly to
Yes,
IMVU
yeah.
themselves and say literally no one has the rights
Yeah,
to do this.
yeah.
Like use us.
Yeah.
The majority of the IMVU community will be gone if IMVU disabled users for having copyright, such as Nike and Spoon. Well, that's not totally true, because a couple of years ago, copyright wasn't actually a huge issue on the front pages as we see it nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
such a huge issue, and people bought from the front pages. IMU had their sales the same as nowadays, and it was no big deal.
Yeah, you said it was because of credit resellers, right?
Yeah, I actually had this theory that when there were credit resellers back in the day, I think it was 2013 when they stopped the credit reseller program, I'm not sure.
I think it was actually 2015.
Something like that, yeah. And when you try to be a partner with a credit reseller, your catalog would actually be scrutinized for zero change drives, stolen content, and copyright. And if they felt that your catalog was not your own, they would refuse to buy your credits, at least as a partner, basically.
Yeah, so like resellers used to do a lot of policing.
Yeah, I think it's the only thing I can think of that has changed since then and now.
But imvu does go through your catalog. I don't know, they maybe aren't as good at it as the resellers were, or I don't really know, but they will look at your catalog when you apply.
But
I know, but the problem is people aren't
don't
applying. They're just selling credits.
Oh,
still.
yeah.
social media or
Like literally, like I'm gonna say about 90% of the creators on the front page, I have seen them on Instagram selling their credits.
yes, and that
So
will get you disabled people.
Because if
So-
Prim sees it, she reports it. So
Speaking of Prim, speaking of Prim, when we were opening that life-size cutout today, we were looking at it and Deja was like, "Oh, but does it have pants?" And we're like, "Yeah, yes, she's wearing pants." Yeah.
Oh my god.
I just thought of that when I saw Miss Maya's avatar.
I was
Yeah,
going to
she's
say,
a
because I'm
bad
usually the
influence.
one that doesn't wear any pants.
Yeah, you weren't. You were sitting there
Oh.
by us and you weren't wearing any pants.
Yeah, I'm going to try and log in now, but I'm not having any hopes. Yeah,
I have pants on quite a lot of the time.
I'm sorry. Am I offensive? Should I put some pants on?
Yeah, hide your hoary legs.
We just thought that maybe for an avatar that's standing around in the imvu office, that it might be nice if it had pants on.
And
I-
it did.
And it did.
What kind of pants? Do they have to cover me down to my ankles, or
It's
Can they
just
have holes?
funny
This is
how
a Christian chat room.
it's really just funny that it's like a
for crying out loud.
imvu, it's like an imvu thing. Like women just don't wear pants half the time in the
because denim is so hard to make?
Right?
Okay,
But
can I have
wait,
an
that
invite,
does
please?
not explain that pair of pants that Prim made that was like only on one side.
Oh my god, just let it rest.
But weren't they layerable? You could put them over another set of pants.
Yeah, exactly.
They were layerable.
Yes.
I
But
own denim
anyway,
pants.
Miss Maya was saying that denim is so hard to make, and that's why you don't make pants.
That was a joke. But yeah. It's
The imvu community on Instagram is actually quite large, Beige.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think it's the most interactive.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
more than Facebook. Yeah,
and
definitely.
a
Yeah,
lot
and
of
Twitter.
creators. Yeah, and it's just so easy to find people on it.
Well, actually, if people advertise that they're selling credits and it gets reported, they will check your credit transfers. And if it's suspicious, you'll either get flat out disabled or they will just lock your account so you can't transfer credits at all.
I have been on both Facebook and Instagram, and honestly, I prefer Instagram. I deleted my imvu Facebook account. It's just more interactive. It's more visual. It's
Yeah.
easier to use.
I was on Tumblr too for a while, I
too.
think a couple of years ago, but Instagram's the best one.
Yeah, Instagram is my favorite.
Definitely. For now.
Yeah, maybe something new will come along.
I'm always nervous about doing like credit giveaways because if people like go and sell them afterwards, like I'm kind of in that chain,
Yeah, I think you're okay though, because they kind of like imvu knows who you are, and you obviously are in the royalty program, and like, why would you sell your credits for less money?
And I've spent so much money on imvu, so they won't disable me.
Probably smells related to the conversation about credit resellers. I have tried to report someone for selling credits on Instagram, and CS told me they can't do anything unless they are advertising it on imvu.
You report it directly to,
Creator
I
Advocate.
guess, Career Advocate, yeah.
So
Maybe they can't shut you down on. Well, I think there is a way to report you on Instagram and other places. There's something that you can report that I forget right now, but that doesn't mean that people can't figure out who's making the transfers and shut down those accounts on imvu, which is where your credits are.
I'd email Creator Advocate about that rather than going to customer service, because customer service half the time don't even know they're working for imvu, so just
What?
shout out to Mark Anthony.
Ooh.
My God. You love customer service.
I do. Caesar and Mark Anthony are my
And
top babes.
Louise.
Not Louise, no. Her and Yasmin, no. No.
Miss Maya and I were talking today about how if you have VIP, that's the best feature, is getting to talk to customer service.
Yeah.
Best.
Even though I'd like some more features, I think it's time to add some updated features.
And like, maybe we'll have like a premium level of VIP that you pay more money for.
Doesn't VIP already have premium chat?
Yeah, but they're so dated.
What is
Considering that a lot of users use mobile,
Like
they
the
should update.
VIP perks.
So no one's using the chat thing for customer support?
Yeah, that's the best thing. But I'm saying like, there should be
right.
like another layer with like some more updated premium features.
Oh, right.
So who in the Twitch chat that isn't in the room with us needs a comfy holiday chair?
I'm just sitting here waiting for an invite.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah, Beige, you shouldn't be buying credits from anywhere other than imvu. If you are buying credits from somewhere else, then you're getting scammed. It doesn't matter. There's no ifs and buts about it. And you can find your account disabled for doing so as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, like if they check your credit transfer and they find that you're receiving like large amounts of credits from like different people or stuff like that, they will
Yeah,
suspend your account or maybe permanently disable it.
yeah.
It's also like ruining the economy too.
Well, it really angers me as a creator because at the end of the day, the people who are buy credits not from imvu are not supporting the royalty program, hence not supporting legitimate creators.
Yeah.
And in the end of the day, it actually devalues the credit, and of course, some of us make a living out of it.
Well, it's a double whammy, isn't it? Because those
is.
those knackered credits are also, we get the knackered credits from the purchases,
Yes.
so we get double hits.
Wait, what do we? Oh, yeah, the credits. Yeah. Well, a lot of credits were going into the system from peer review, and I know creators have been complaining about how long peer review is taking
It's
because
not
of the
that
changes.
bad.
Yeah, it actually has. I don't think anyone's had to wait more than, half a day or maybe a whole day. I don't know. It's been really good lately, but the thing is that so many credits have been taken out of the system because of the changes that have been made. And if people knew how many it was, like creators should be jumping up and down with joy to think that those credits cannot be spent on their products anymore.
I'm gonna put Miss Mayor's spot down.
Peer review took me 3 days. Yes, but less people will be buying your product with credits.
The thing is, I've noticed it speeds up. Like, if you've not been submitting for a while, it generally takes like 3 days, and then all of a sudden your stuff starts passing in like an hour or so.
When it takes 3 days, you're probably going through a manual review. Like, I don't know for sure. I don't do the peer review, but you can go through a manual review at any time. And I don't think I think that means that you've gone through manual peer review, which we need to do just to make sure crazy stuff isn't going through.
Random spot checks.
Yeah, random spot checks.
Would you mind following us into this line, please, sir?
Discrimination. I put a standing spot down for Miss Maya to come over here, and I can't find it. Why is there a chair? Oh, ugh. If Wims is watching, please lock your rooms. Because I'm trying to find a spot and I can't find it, and I'm moving everything.
No, she was on the stream before saying that she's never done that, though.
I found it.
Somebody was saying, Infin Mode wants to know, can I post a picture of us on my stream? And I think, of course, that's fine. Oh, you already said that's fine. Yeah. I can't.
On her stream? You mean Instagram?
I don't know. Wherever she means, I'm sure it's fine.
There we go.
Post it anywhere.
Beige asked, speaking of credits, why can't creators get their credit income at once? Like if I made 40k on Tuesday, why can't they give me the whole 40k and not just give me a little by little through the day?
I think she's talking about the pen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's to protect you, though, as a creator.
But I think that she's saying like throughout the day,
Delayed.
So it's like it's not the delay.
They do that anyway.
Like, if you got it 2 weeks ago at 2 p.m., you get the credit for that at 2 p.m. And then the thing that you sold at 4 p.m., you get the credit for that 2 weeks later at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Isn't that what she's saying? Like, but why can't you get it all at once? Like,
no, she wants.
Doesn't it sound like that to you?
Yeah. I guess it's just because it's supposed to be like exactly 2 weeks from that sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if they
Just
did
to
it
like
that
kind of
way,
cover it.
you would just have to wait longer because they would do it at the end of the day, not the beginning.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks from the point of sale or the point of income. So it's going to be staggered no matter what, because you're obviously not getting 40k of credits at one time.
Liana MC, good for you doing peer review. Like, I think all creators should spend some time doing peer review. Like, just do a little bit each
Yeah,
week or something.
yeah. Every time you submit a product, do a bit of peer review.
I'm horrible. I can't.
We were gonna do it here though. We were gonna do it live.
Yeah, well, maybe we
Live
can do
peer
it
review.
Friday.
On Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can't find anyone to play our game.
Which you
Would
won't.
you like to play a game with us?
Laura's evil.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time I open up peer review, I just get some weird like AP sex trigger furniture that I just don't want to test. So it's like,
Yeah,
That
so
is my worry
that would be why those are hanging in the peer review system for 3 days.
And it also worries me for doing it live. I mean, I know we can set it to GA or use a
we'd have to
GA,
use a GA account.
Yeah.
but that's no guarantee that everything is going to be GA.
Well, if we
here's
think
speaking of
it's not-
PR. Here's one that's actually quite interesting. So you know the body morphs, the different shapes of morphs, where people are basically adding subdivisions to the default meshes to increase the poly count. So somebody put through it was actually a GA outfit, but because they'd done this mesh trick of adding subdivision, it smushed the UV map. So the red of the MCG map was showing, it had bled down the avatar's legs, which made that outfit AP because you could see the red. So as a creator, that's something that you need to watch out for when you're modifying the meshes, is to make sure that you're not disturbing the UV map to such an extent that your ordinarily GA item is suddenly AP because the map's gone all smushed.
Yeah.
Well, somebody sent me a gift. Thank you,
That's
Clipper.
nice.
Nobody ever sends me any. Well, no, I do get random gifts sometimes, but I mean, like,
Nobody gifts me except for like I'll load my inventory like one day and there'll just be this like random like weird product in the middle of my recently added and I'm like, oh, that's from Laura.
yeah, that's true. I'm sure Eat the Muffin is jealous of that, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I got another gift. That's so nice.
Wow.
I think those might be from my wish list, which is like, I never give people from their wish list. I'm just like, I'll just give you whatever I feel like giving you.
I think those are the best gifts.
Oh, Lil Trap Dog is clippist. That's good to know. Did anybody else post their name in the stream, in the Twitch thing? I don't think so.
Oh,
I
can we get
nearly said,
Shannon
how many
on?
clips have you made of the stream?
I want Shannon on. I want to give him a makeover.
That'll be a good one.
I still think that you should have done that reindeer thing with him.
What reindeer? Oh no.
No?
I'd have to make male versions.
Oh, I thought they were unisex.
No.
Well, they're flat chested. How do I know? They look unisex. Polly has some clothes that are like that.
They've got boobs. What?
What?
Turn it to the side. There's boobs.
There's no boob. Oh, now I just froze up. There's really not really boobs. I mean, it's
boobs.
totally a unisex top.
There are, if you look from the side, there's definitely.
Well, they could be man boobs then.
You mean moobs?
They could be
Hashtag boob or moob.
It's like a moose and boobs. It makes sense. Moobs.
Me and Miss Maya play that on the stream when people post naughty like pictures of like the weird nipples on their avatars. We play moob or boob.
What is that a song?
No, it's just, is it a moob or is it a boob?
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
It is. It helps get through the day.
I think I'm gonna have to leave the room and come back. I'm completely crashed now.
It happens.
All the time, I know. Oh, hey, I have something to tell people that Prim already knows, but apparently there's a new release. Let me see if I can find the thing. Oh yeah, if you go to imvu.com/download.php, there's a new client build. So if you are a creator, which I'm assuming that everybody here either is a creator or would like to be a creator, you can download the latest version of imvu that isn't available unless you go to this page. So it's imvu.com/download.php. It has some new enhancements for FBX that I'm not sure what they are. I'm supposed to look them up somewhere.
If you can stand near us, you can take a picture, I guess.
Here, let me put this in here. Now it's so quiet.
No, I just thinking that I wonder if that because Code Rodent mentioned in the last stream that there was potentially a fix or compensation for the way Blender's avatar skeleton works, which means theoretically that the skeleton that we are using is a bit funky to work with, but there is another version that hasn't been released because it's not compatible, which is it's actually the one that's used for clothing. But if this new version of the client includes the fixes for that, that could be very, very interesting.
I'm trying to find that information.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They always think I know where to find it, and I don't know if there's something on Google Drive. And you know what? It might be in that folder that they shared with the beta testers at one point. Maybe you know where it is, Jazzcat.
Yeah. Yeah, give me a sec.
It's just like I only need it once every month or so, and then there's so many folders and files and things burying it. I've got the FAQ.
Yeah, I've got the... I don't know where the folder is, though. Where's the folder gone?
Oh, is it missing, or you're just not sure where it is?
No, I'm seeing the documents, but it's not letting me... I can't find the folder that the thing's in.
Wait, I might have, let me see here. Sample FBX files. FBX, it should be a folder though. Okay, FBX project. You may not have access to that one,
Right,
but there
yeah.
should be, let's see. It should be toiletinfo.txt. Very nice. Okay. Only on imvu do you have like that's the file, or maybe a plumbing company, I guess, but that's the sample FBX.
No, this is one of the things that I don't quite like about Google Docs. It just gives you the docs. I want the folders.
Yeah. He might have put it, I don't know.
So basically, to answer the question that was sort of being asked in, the way that poses, animated poses and static poses with Blender are tricky to do because the avatar skeleton is based on the individual bone orientation that 3D Studio Max has. So in Blender, that basically means the bones are all wonky, which makes it very, very difficult to work with. But the corrected version, or the version that you would use if you were actually just using Blender as normal, there is a version of the skeleton like that available, but it's not, well, it hasn't been fully supported, but there may be, if this latest download includes the compensation that's involved in getting that to work, it should mean that poses, animated poses and static poses it's just got a whole lot easier to do. So you won't need to use 3D Studio Max or Deliverance. Deliverance is Pose Maker sticker.
We should link people to his sticker though. Or her sticker, is that her?
Yes.
That's the only way I know how to make poses, and even then I have spent, like, no jokes, 7 hours trying to do a pose, and it's just,
Yeah, it's tricky to do because you have to move individual bones.
Yeah, and then, like, you move one thing, but then, like this, for me, like, the stomach always glitches.
Yeah.
It's just, and trying to make them not look stiff is just, no.
Wow, I got a message from Google saying I've made an unusual number of requests from this computer.
Whoops.
I've never seen that before. I'm wondering what happened.
Yes, that's part of their new, I can't remember what the policy was related to, but yes.
Well, I can't think what I'm doing that's making, maybe it's something imvu is doing.
Right, so here we go. Here's the... Oh, there's a new Pro Edition. So this is Deliverance's Pose Maker. And it's basically a sticker that you put on your home page that allows you to create poses, and it's useful but tricky to use. But that's the other alternative, essentially, to creating poses, is either 3D Studio Max or using the pose sticker. Put a link to that in chat.
Yeah, there are a few different versions, aren't there? And then there's one that makes facial expressions.
Yes, yeah. This is just for poses. But yes, if you go to her catalogue, you'll see the... Oh, well, she's actually got quite a lot of stuff, but it's in here somewhere.
Oh, Miss Maya. Is Miss Maya leaving? Oh, yeah. Got to go. Have fun. See you the 29th.
Oh my god.
What? You can have the 27th. Don't worry about it.
Whoa.
Yeah, good luck with the kitty. That's just terrible.
Sad, sad. Much sadness. Someone wanted to take a photo with me, but
It was Megan Sky 123, right?
oh, she's getting changed. And I'm just here like, okay. Oh, did I tell you Miss Maya and her husband made me?
Is it better than a life-size cutout?
It is a life-size cutout. They made me an imvu version.
Oh no, of yourself though, or of
Yeah,
them?
so I can like gift it to people.
Well, I was just thinking about how you have that little picture that people can hold in their mouth, and it has your picture and like a
An
an
autograph. That's so funny though. I'm like, give me a gift.
Well, it could be like that one that I made of Shannon, where it's like
Oh my god, yeah.
there's something. Oh, here, wait, let me see. I think I have it somewhere. Let me find it.
Oh, mine's on casual. Ugh.
Yeah, that's what you get for being flighty.
I think I should send Polly a giant cut it too.
Where's mine?
You
Or
have
did you
one.
send me? Oh, do I?
Oh no, I've not submitted it. They just gave me the project file, but I've not submitted it yet.
Oh, I see.
It's so funny too, like on the side of the stand, it's like crossed out and it's like prime, prom, prim. Can you also make your face into a giant balloon? I don't know, can I?
You could be a bobblehead.
Oh god, the room's filled with Shannons. No! It's a Shannon invasion.
I think he might have had a little bit of a makeover since then. I'm not sure.
I know he still looks like that. He's just wearing like a blue.
For those that don't
Christmas
know, this is Shannon Mack, the community... What is he again? Jinx?
Yeah, he's the community manager.
He's the community manager at IMVU.
Senior community manager.
Senior,
This-
yes.
Maybe. I don't. Who's this dude? Does it say dude or deuce?
Deuce.
Who us the deuce? Or do you guys see hella men that are the same? I wish they would dance or something. That would be great.
I know.
I have a couple more I can add on because I'm not wearing enough of them.
You could also become him.
For people who don't understand, this is just a product that I'm wearing that's just 2D cutouts of this avatar.
He has a very famous face.
But I don't know if he still has that same look.
He does. He's just wearing like a blue sweater now.
Oh,
A
okay.
famous face? You mean he's... whose face is it?
Shannon's face.
Oh, right.
I'm trying to change, but my thing is kind of freezing up, so I'm not trying to be completely rude. There, okay. Just having trouble. So. Oh, you have that antisocial outfit. I don't have that.
Do you want it?
Maybe.
We'll have to do a stream about outfits.
Yes.
What about them?
Well, considering that the most popular stream so far has been decorating a room like a pro with whims, people obviously want to learn or want to know how to essentially use imvu rather than necessarily creating.
Yeah, actually, this is a bit of a sore spot with Prim, but
Whoa, wait, what?
she made a video for imvu showing how to create an avatar look.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, so
Very
it's
extensive. Very extensive.
You obviously did not take any advice from it, but it's hugely popular.
Sorry, what?
No, your avatar is like 12 years old
and unique in the room, I should add. There's nobody else looking like that.
Look at me.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I mean, is that a challenge or?
Oh no.
We don't do challenges.
What we do, we invite people in for challenges.
Oh, she snorted. Who snorted?
I might have snorted before.
Oh, I snort sometimes.
Someone needs to make a pet Shannon. That's what that was, though. Oh, well, I guess it's just an accessory. Yeah, it wasn't like a 3D animated. I nominate Polly to make it, though.
Oh my god, yes.
She would make she would be really good at it. I do have like, oh no, that's actually an avatar.
Polly's pretty unique, though. Every time I see like a pan on someone's head, I think, oh, Polly Pop.
This is fun. Wasn't really thinking about how you could have your different avatars sit in the chair.
Oh no, it begins. Oh no.
I was just looking for like a really old avatar.
But that one on that always makes me laugh. The apple twist.
Wait, the what?
With the apple and the arrow going through.
This is this is making my PC struggle a little bit, just so that you know.
Oh,
because I'm obviously doing the stream and recording and doing the imvu.
Well, but these are pretty simple avatars.
No, it's not that. It's that the PC is doing everything.
Oh no, I crashed.
You crashed?
Yeah, I'm coming back.
No, I'm making everybody crash. I was just looking for like an old avatar. Like I don't know. I do have George Bush avatar. So we can really crash some computers. Oh, he's still got those pants on though. Wait, where did the chair go? I put on this avatar and it took off the chair.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well.
Jinx has this really ridiculous avatar that just has.
Okay, I will put it on. I will put it on. And then I'll stop. So I'm going to be stuck in that look. Okay, where is it?
So why haven't your... It's still got your trousers on. Is that you with the... It's not changing your outfit properly.
Yeah, a lot of the avatars are like that. I think they just don't replace those body parts.
Oh, so they. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I love how you've got eyelashes like on your chest.
Where is that one? That is on this account, isn't it?
Yeah.
This thing, it just has so many. Oh, here it is.
I can't look at his face.
I think you're laughing at it is actually funnier than the avatar itself.
I can't breathe. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I can't wait to edit that video.
I had to mute for a second. It's just because you sent me that photo with it wearing like a. No one understands how funny it was.
A bunch of my products just randomly became unisex. That's weird. Why would that be? We need an engineer here. Did you see that in the comments?
Yes,
from
yes.
Paul?
Polly was.
My avatar is only 7. Yeah, see, Polly's not as old. Her avatar is well, 7 years is pretty old. That's 2010.
I
You're
think
a
my
huge
oldest
baby.
is 9 or 8.
What's 9 or no, but I think she means the last time she had a makeover.
Oh.
So you're like this morning.
Wow, I haven't changed Prim's look since June.
No, but didn't you get a new head and skin?
No?
I thought you had new skin. You got like a custom.
Oh, yeah, but it wasn't that different. It was just a few little things to make it my own, but she's looked the same since June, I think.
Hmm. I wish the chair would stay.
Oh my god.
She's like keeps staring at people. That's what makes it really weird. It's like I dare you to look at me and the arrow through my head.
Well, it's I dare you to look at me and make note of the arrow and speak of the arrow sticking out of my head. What arrow? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna throw up if I keep laughing.
It is William Tell, though, is it not? Because of the apple on the head.
No.
Well, hopefully, didn't William Tell have better aim than that?
Yes, yes.
I'm gonna throw
Okay,
up.
so we should. What are we going to have a specific theme for Friday, or do you think we can find a creator to play our game?
Well, shouldn't we look through the gift boxes to see how many have been submitted so far and see?
Yes. And see what.
And see what's there to choose from?
You mean today we should?
Today, yes, so that we know how many.
I think I saw there actually are even more derivable things. It's pretty amazing. Do you want to look it up, or do you want me to look it up?
It might be easier for. Well, actually, yeah. Well, it might be easier for you to actually share your screen.
Okay. It might be if I can find. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'll share my screen.
I'll have to close out of the room though because it is struggling. My PC is struggling with it.
Mine is too, but I'm too stubborn to close it.
My eyes are watering.
Of course, I'm not streaming this thing.
No.
So just sharing my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
We can now.
Yay. Okay, so there are 56 submissions so far. That's pretty good. 3 pages.
So are these root products? These are root derivables.
No, here, let me click show derivables only. We have 25. So I haven't really looked at them to see if any of them are like somebody just made a 0 content derive or just set theirs to derivable for no reason. Ooh, look at this
Oh,
one.
I like that. Isn't that one of the Sis 3D sisters?
Is it? Who was I didn't
Oh, that
see.
looks really good.
Oh, derivable R. That's really
Yeah.
nice.
She's one of the
Um,
3D girls. Oh, wow. I really like that.
so if we can find a creator that's willing to texture stuff, they will have quite a lot for us to choose. What is this one? That's not really a gift box. I might have to move it to the other holiday category because I don't think that, I mean, that's really cute, but it's not going to be part of the contest, you know? That should be
Oh,
in
that's
the,
clever. That'll be one of those
oh shit.
heat candle mobiles, you know,
Right,
where you
thank
light the candles and it turns the paddles which turn the
Oh.
mobile.
Oh, sorry, what, somebody was just,
What? Oh.
I was interrupted and I didn't hear what you said.
No, I was just saying that's one of those candle-powered mobiles. You light the candle, it turns the paddles, which turns the mobile, the display.
Well, we are going to have to move that into just
Yeah.
holiday 2017, but I do like it. It does need a candle. What is this one? This one might have to move also because that is not a gift box. That's interesting. That could be fun to derive.
Oh my God.
This
Did
could be really good to derive from, I think. It may also be good for causing a seizure, but this would be a good one. I think you could just write whatever you want here and put whatever image you want in the
that
bottom.
creator who had computer troubles not too long ago? She's done one.
Oh, wait, Eames? Is it Eames?
Is it Eames or Emma's? Emma's.
Oh, I always say Eames, but I don't really know.
Oh, yeah.
Where's hers?
She's
I
at
don't,
the, she's
oh,
at the top. That one's really cute.
I really like her stuff. Okay, oh wow, look at that. That is extra. Let's see. Yeah, there's so many cute things. Did she put I think looks like, yep, she's got all her texture maps, shading maps. That's nice. That's great. I guess she must be finding time. We tried to give her a project to do, but I think that was too much for her. I was like, yeah, your computer's working. Here's a big imvu project if you want it. She was like, whoa, no. Oh, look, gift dad. What's this one?
I really like that derivable R one.
The which one?
The
Oh, look,
derivable R with the.
this is nice. Look, I love his belt. He's like, Super Santa, da da da. Right?
Oh gosh. Can you
But
sit with it? He's got some bling.
yeah, I don't see any nodes.
Oh, I want to sit with him.
You could make a derivable version. You can add a chair to it. Or a pose.
I thought that you couldn't do that. I thought you couldn't alter meshes unless they
You
were
put a
owned.
skeleton.
Sorry?
Couldn't you just put a new skeleton though?
I don't know. I always thought that was not possible unless you were the one that uploaded or created the item. I thought, I know that it used to be possible in the early days, but then they stopped doing that. They disabled that ability.
Polly will know. We have to wait for her to lag.
Yeah.
I did Jazz's and Code Rodent's boxes already. I was going to do Polly's next. Yeah, if somebody were to have a goal to try to enter with every one of these,
yeah, even if you don't win, you might get a special something or other.
Yeah, like a bop
effort.
on the head,
Yeah.
because I don't want to have to judge that many.
No.
Okay, here's another. I like these gift boxes, even though I see some. It looks like some. Is it animated or is that Z shimmer? It looks like some mesh infighting or something, or maybe it's just the texture is too small. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the mapping. It's the mapping of the. Oh no, they've animated it.
This is.
They?
Oh no, they haven't. Yeah, it's just
No.
pixelation. Yeah.
This is a good example of like this ribbon is 2D, but it's I mean it's 3D.
Yeah.
But the mapping well actually this mapping looks okay, but but the texture's not tiled. And all these images look like just grabbed out of Google.
Yeah. I know. I found my favorite mesh for this contest, I think.
Wait, which one is your favorite?
The one with the lights, the fairy light.
Oh, the derivable R one.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
This one is new. Oh, this one is simple, but it's a very it's nice. I mean, it has a nice shape to it. It's like something Don Carson would make or something. I feel like it really should open. Oh, there's a node.
Oh.
What? Whoa.
Oh my god, are you inside it?
I guess so.
Oh my god!
Oh. Well,
no,
that
you're not inside. It's one of those sort of
Don't ruin the magic. Just
yeah. Shh.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Oh, and two of you can sit in there.
That's
It does need some texturing. It definitely needs a good texture to do that, to work on that. I guess there's no way to go back.
You just
Will I
scratch
ruin
that.
it if I do like a bird's eye? No.
So this
There's-
is the Wicked Witch's cottage in the forest that you cannot escape.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is this, I found it. I can't get back to it, but I found it. Oh,
Oh my god, that was awesome though. What?
yeah. Yeah, I was like, what happened? I was like, this
I thought you were
box-
just gonna like lift the lid off or something.
Yeah, I was like, the box looks like it should do something. And then like, yeah, I was like, it's a little boring, but that's not very boring. What's this one?
Why has nobody done like a really funny one yet?
Like funny how, oh, this is the same as that other one, but without the extra piece.
Like a really badly wrapped present that's like a really obvious shape of something.
Maybe we can have Polly teach us how to do that.
Yes.
What have I not clicked on yet?
Why don't you sort by newest?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, this one we tried. This needs to be moved. This one. I thought we tried
Yeah,
this
we
one. It's a different.
Wait, wasn't that called like imvu goes crazy or something?
Oh yeah, it was. Is it actually a different mesh? Let me see. Where's imvu goes crazy? Woot
imvu.
goes crazy. It might be this. They actually do. Yeah, they are the same.
Oh.
They're the same, exactly the same. Oh, maybe this new one is derived from the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. All right. So that one doesn't really count for anything. I never tried this one, I don't think. Let me take these off. And this one. This is cute. Well, this
Oh.
looks like some clip art. But this would be like a stage at like a Western bar.
I like the idea of it.
I like the way they put cardboard on here. And the way the light hits the sides here. Is that all of them? That might be because before Jazz Cat submitted his pile of boxes, a stack. It's not a pile, it's a stack. This one we just looked at, right? Or was it this one? Wait, is this one derived from the other one? No. And this one, I don't know. That's very strange.
What about non-derivable ones?
Oh, like if there are any really good ones. I wish you could sort by only non-derivable.
Yeah, I know. 56 entries though.
Somebody,
You love that one, don't you?
no, this is a repaint. You asked me to look at the non-derivable ones. This is somebody else derived from it. So I'm allowed. Uh, that's pretty nice. Very tinsely. I'm sad the cat doesn't move. You need Dark Angel 5 to submit something with an animated cat because
That's
she does.
somebody that would be interesting to have on stream.
Yeah. Yeah, you should invite her.
Sorry?
You should invite her.
Consider yourself invited, DA5.
Well, now you're assuming that she's listening to this.
Why would she not be listening?
I'm stopping to share my screen.
Okay.
I don't know why. But why wouldn't you just email her and be like, hey, Primstar. Are we not supposed to see that?
What?
Oh, just the thing from Zoom. What?
I thought Prim was boring, so.
I'm gonna see as boring as casual.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have to.
Kind of just die.
I'm going back to look at comments now. This person wins the contest. Oh, I'm not going to know what half of these comments are for now. I have to cook dinner. I never found that in the box. Oh, that's funny. Jinx, I'm not doing any more work this year. Wait, what did I ask her to do?
Make us a silly wrapped.
Oh, I thought, oh, no more work. Oh no. I thought I was trying to say that, oh yeah, no, I was saying she should teach us like, never mind. Okay.
After New Year, though, we should definitely start those classes up again.
Yes.
Because I loved it.
Yeah, and we were really slack about that. I'm a pushover and Jinx nags me. I do also pay her. I'd just like to point out.
She's a slave driver.
What? And Jinx nags me. Okay, who's Jinx? JinxyWithMoji, she is staff. That is true.
How dare you assert your staffness onto us?
I know. Well, I think we've run over on time. I wonder if we should.
Well, we haven't run over. I mean, we're over 2 hours, which we kind of normally do anyway, so.
That's true. We could just see how long it takes until we drop below 10 watchers or something, and then be like, okay, that's it.
Did everyone get their gift?
Yeah, I asked people to post their avatar name in the stream or in the chat there, and nobody really did. I mean, that wasn't already in the chat room, unless I missed it.
Yeah, I didn't see.
I'm a little sad. I wanted to give out like 100 of these or something.
I think I want to work on some ideas for simple tutorials we can stream that like people can literally dive in and do. themselves.
yeah.
Because like meshing's so difficult. Like, you have to go back, you have to watch it, you have to kind of go along with it.
Yeah.
But I think if we can think of some stuff that people could literally go and do straight away.
Well,
But do you
that
want
was. Sorry.
Oh, Neil, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say. Well, that was kind of the idea with the gift box. The gift box competition was, that the gift box as a 3D thing is relatively simple to make, just as a box, and then obviously there's the texture for that is also relatively simple and straightforward. But yeah, anything that we can do to get people involved is good.
She missed my user. Is that me? Did I miss?
Yeah.
I'm Marinara. Okay, let me see if I can find that.
Marinara just joined. Is it?
Oh, now it's, why does it say I'm not logged in? Just joined. Wait, where did it go? Marinara. It says that this person is not eligible to receive this gift. Did I spell it wrong? No.
No, if they're on friends only, we can't.
Or, I'm not, it might also be like if they're a teen. Did somebody say they were a teen before?
They just said I have imvu next and can't get the real imvu.
That shouldn't matter.
No.
Unless that they have an automatic setting that they can't receive things or something.
Maybe.
Let's see.
That's weird.
I did just
it could be that they are saying that they're a teen, so it could be that their parents have locked them out or something.
Oh no, now she says I'm not Marinara. Maybe it's
messaged me though, so why is that there?
That may not be the problem. I did send one to A2699 while we were talking. Okay, I'm Marinara 12. Don't worry, our CEO didn't know his avatar name either, so because of the display names, it's very confusing.
Oh, I saw that Victor got his mesh head completed.
Oh, did he? Have you seen?
I saw it in the shop.
It says Marinara 12 is not a valid username.
Oh,
it's
another one.
I have MERINERA. Oh, or
no, that's
we're gonna be here all day.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have a little lesson on the difference between your name and your display name.
How about we just get rid of display names?
I'm all for that, but it's not really up to me. Okay, that one worked.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, and then she says you don't have to gift me. Too late. I didn't miss anybody else, did I?
I don't think so. Are we gonna do something like really fun for the Christmas stream?
Oh, for Christmas Day?
I think we should do the Prim drinking game.
What's that?
Well, you sit in a chat room and every time someone with Supreme joins, you take a shot.
Oh, Supreme. I thought you said the Prim drinking game, and I was like, wow.
It is the Prim drinking game. I made it up.
Or how about if it's just anytime somebody's wearing like a brand name?
Oh my god, do you want to get wasted?
Well, otherwise it might be like, oh, I'd really like to take a sip of this drink, but it might not be because, I haven't seen Supreme in 5 minutes.
Oh, he will, don't worry.
Yeah, I don't know. Jazz Cat may not want his stream taken over by a drinking game.
Well, I will be the designated driver.
imagine.
Yes, that's why I'm the designated driver.
Well, we should definitely give away a lot of stuff on Christmas.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's
I
big
I mean,
prizes.
yeah, so but not just VIP or something like that. What about some of the other things like the name tokens and
Oh, yeah, we can maybe do that. I was just
We'll do
thinking of
credit.
people's gift wish lists, just wish list stuff or things like that.
so are you suggesting
Yeah, or
drunk
credits.
gifting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, the drunk gifting game, whatever that is.
Yeah, so definitely the designated driver for that.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone noticed my credit balance, but you probably definitely want to be around if I'm drunk gifting.
Yeah, plus
3 million.
if we can get more IMVU staffers, that would be even funner.
If I use the comfy chair, it says it will change my gender. I have a feeling that's a Next issue. Are you using Next? Oh,
Yeah, it works in client.
yeah, it shouldn't be, it should work with either gender. I don't know if Polly's still here, but she could.
Yeah, it said that I couldn't use it, but it's obviously on screen, so you can.
What does this do? I have enough mesh maps. What's that?
That'll be a creator question, I guess.
Whoa, that's a lot of mesh maps. I don't know how many you think you should have, but that seems like enough to
What
me.
is that? That's an alphabet. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's like about 126 maps plus the black and white ones.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I don't think you're going to be able to get that many materials into a single product, are you? Because
I
IMVU
think
does
you
have
can.
limits.
As long as the file size is under 2 megabytes, I think you can. Oh, wait, maybe when you hit 100, you do have a problem.
Yeah, because, yeah.
Oh, Jazzy 1989. Okay.
What are those images for, Frenzy? That's Polly Smells just said that they went to the mailbox with no shoes on because I'm an idiot and I burned my feet.
That sounds so weird because it's actually really
yeah,
cold in this room
yeah,
right now.
yeah. That's Australia for you.
Yeah.
I would kill to be in Australia right now.
Oh, well, yeah. I'd like to go to Australia. I mean, I've been to a lot of places in the world and I've never been to Australia. Oh, and were we talking before about how the toilets flush backwards there?
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, the toilets flush backwards there.
What do you mean they flush backwards?
It's to
Well,
do with the
okay.
spin of the... It's apparently to
Yeah.
do with the spin, the rotation of the Earth.
If you flush your toilet in the northern hemisphere, it flushes
is
clockwise.
Yeah.
But if
Oh
you
my god.
But if when you're in the southern hemisphere, it flushes counterclockwise. And if you're near the equator, you get like a really weak
doesn't
swirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you were
No
exactly on the
way.
equator, it probably
Yeah.
just wouldn't really swirl unless your toilet is sort of predisposed to
we
force
have
it.
to. You also have to take into consideration the design of the bowl, because you can direct how the water exits the nozzles that are in the basin. So there is that to contend with as well. So it could be that
I don't like American toilets.
Have you tried all of them though?
I've tried a lot, and I don't like them. Because they suck the water out of the bowl, so it's like completely dry.
Polly said you can sleep on her couch.
Yay!
Or maybe she said I can sleep on her couch. Or
Yeah,
maybe
she may.
everybody has to sleep on Polly's couch. It might be a big couch. I don't know.
But yeah, and your like public toilets in America, there's just no need for gaps like that in those cubicles. It's just weird.
What gaps?
Like, do you know when you're in a cubicle and there's like a huge gap underneath? There's like no privacy.
Well, that like if a child gets stuck in there, that makes it easier.
But everyone can see me peeing.
I don't think the gap is that big.
It's pretty big.
And I don't think that people go into the restroom and go, "Oh, I hope I can see some people peeing."
Well, you
And
never
imagine
know.
if you were in the men's room, everyone could see you anyway.
It's just weird.
I do.
Molly.
Wait,
Why?
everyone.
Why? Ace asks, why are you guys talking about toilets? Laugh out loud. Well,
Girl potty myths.
that's an
Because-
interesting question.
Because Australia, like when you think of Australia, that's what you know. And Polly said she checked it out, and it's true. They do go counterclockwise. But I checked it out when I was in the Indian Ocean, and it was the same there too. Maybe they get their toilets from Australia, and they actually have jets, and they're pointing it that way. But no, if you were to the bathtub drain is maybe a better example. You can't see it.
Sink or bathtub, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just bizarre.
You didn't know they went counterclockwise?
No.
No, you didn't. Yeah. And that they go clockwise in the northern hemisphere.
I feel like I have to go stand over my toilet now.
Or just take a bath. Oh, you don't have a bathtub, do you?
No.
Oh, well, you can fill a sink with water, like
Well, yeah,
Jazz.
anything that, sink, bath, shower, toilet, outside drain.
I'm baffled.
A what?
Outside drain.
And then we can all post our drain pictures on Instagram.
Just confuse everyone.
Yeah, it'll be like what, and you'll be like, can you spot the difference?
That's so weird. How about science?
You should have seen before when Ashley was in here and then Jazz Cat put that video from Instagram up on there. And she was like, I didn't know I was going to be on Instagram.
She's famous.
She's famous. And she looks like an avatar. I can't wait till her hair is down and she can pose next to your avatar. And you're going to be like, whoa. Except her legs are much shorter.
Sorry, I do like the leg scaler, I have to admit.
Well, I took the audio off it, so you can't hear anyone saying, "Oh, she has pants on."
I want to hear that though. I want like the full unedited version.
Yeah. Well, I'll send you the other one. It's a big file though, but you can hear all the things they're saying about like, I don't know, just like the team that works on the website and the core client and stuff. They say a lot of stuff that they're just
Wow.
like, oh, that's so weird. The hands are so small. Why are the legs so long? Oh my, those legs come up to your chest, Sarah, blah, blah. It's pretty funny.
Leave Prim alone. She's a beautiful
Well,
avatar.
it's just funny because it's like, don't you guys know what imvu avatars look like?
That's
Hey,
the
mine's pretty
that's the funny
normal.
bit is that they haven't got the faintest idea. It's like you work for imvu. What? Doing what? Who are we? It's like they haven't got the faintest idea what they're doing.
But it's amazing the stuff that they do know,
Oh yeah,
though.
yeah. No, but
The
it's
people in
just funny.
that department are like the smartest. They're
Yeah,
really
yeah.
so smart. Yeah. So, but yeah, but they don't have, I don't know, they're too busy like coding things to be, in
Well,
looking at.
that's yeah. They are hired to do the function that they are hired to do, not
Yeah,
specifically
like
to
if,
use the product.
yeah. So if you were to talk to like marketing or QA or something like that, they totally know.
No, they don't.
Well, okay, not if you're as sort of
Shout out to marketing because I know you're stalking us.
if you're as sort of picky isn't the right word, but it's like if you're Prim, who's like that's what you do, you're a creator who makes like, the most modern fashion forward basically things, on imvu, you may have a different perspective on whether people who work at imvu
Super
know
users
what
versus, yeah.
yeah, but if you compare marketing and QA and people like that to the engineers who just work on the code, they definitely know a lot more about what's popular. So maybe not QA as much though, actually.
I just find it weird, like some of the avatar looks that staff come up with sometimes. It's just like you must have really dove so far into the catalog to come up with that.
Well, somebody told me that they use that Sedulity site. So
See, that's really dated too, because they don't allow scalars like on the things. Like they're really strict.
but the art department does know to put scalars on things, and I think they've gotten a lot better about actually
Yeah.
doing it. So, did I mention that I got a tiara today?
Yes,
That's kind of exciting, right? Are you jealous?
a little bit.
I'm gonna have to take a picture of it.
Some people in IMV are rude. Some people in real life are rude.
Where does this say that?
Ace too wavy.
Some people.
Oh, you mean the users, right? Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
people
that's
are just rude.
yeah. It's just I mean, you can't expect not to find that just because of the nature of the product and people using it.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think compared to other places on the internet, imvu is not too bad.
Not as bad. Yeah, yeah.
Compared to real life, it's not as good.
It's
'Cause
very
people-
clicky though.
That's true. Yeah.
Clicky.
Mhm.
You mean groups?
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like even just like when I was just a user and I wasn't creating like in my teens, like when you tried to like join public chat rooms, like people were just so antisocial, and like they had the group of friends and that was it. And
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, when you were a teen, you said.
mhm.
I mean, I think that does make it worse.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's one of the. I mean, that's where people do the whole no guest tagging thing because of they don't want to. So it is. I suppose it is a bit cliquey that way. But that's not really that much different from real life, though, is it?
I know.
But
But if
even
anyone's having trouble in rooms, just give me a message. I'll come be a wingman.
except she'll probably be on create mode, so you won't actually be
Yeah,
able.
so message me first.
Oh yeah, message you first. That's true. Yeah.
I'll wingman you, don't worry.
Will you wingman me too?
Sure. You don't need a wingman. Everyone knows who Jinx is.
No, they really don't. There were even people earlier in the chat going, "Who's Jinx?" Just to prove you wrong. They're like, "Prim, I love you." And they're like, "Who's
People
Jinx?"
know who Jinx is.
They really don't.
Important people know who Jinx is.
But I feel like people are less cliquish in imvu than they are in real life.
Really?
It might, it might depend on your age, but I feel like in real life, the older people get, the more they're kind of like settled into like this.
Oh my lord.
What?
What Ash meme said, that is like so true.
They act like they're new to life in general.
Because it's so weird, isn't it? Like, I get messages sometimes that are just so retarded. I'm just like, did a robot send this? Like, is there an actual person sat typing this? and
Yes.
actually
Well, that's
making it
the internet,
normal?
though, isn't it? That's the. I mean, the polarization that's going on with the internet now, and
Well,
it's
just so
just
you
an
know,
extension of that.
Ace 2 Wavy, I've been on imvu for 13 years.
Yeah. So
Still.
she in imvu IMVU years, she's older than me.
I'm older than dirt. I'm OG.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
my god,
OG
I hate
imvu.
that.
What?
Oh gee, I hate that.
Original
have-
generation.
I think it's
Jinx is
original
the
gangsta.
American one.
Original gangsta.
Jinx is so Valley Girl to me.
Oh my God, I'm like original gangsta.
Yeah,
See,
don't
were
do
you putting
that.
a voice on then? Because it's like your normal voice.
What? That's my normal voice. Jinx is
Yeah.
the American one speaking. Oh. Older than dirt, American one speaking. Old generation. No, original gangsta. And then you have to do that thing with your hand. I'm doing it right now. You can't see me, but
Thank God.
no, you'll be like, I don't know you.
I would actually turn that into a meme.
Oh no. I'll get my avatar to do it.
Well,
Oh
I
damn.
suppose it would have meaning if it wasn't such a symbol of being a sellout.
What's the symbol of being a sellout?
The gangster pose.
Oh.
It's got nothing to do with being hip. It's an indication that the person is a sellout.
Maybe okay. Maybe I am. Maybe. Because
No,
look,
no,
I work for
because you're
Oh.
talking about rap and hip hop, and they used to do
Oh.
that a lot, and it was sold as an indicator of being hip, but the crux of it is that it's just an indication of that individual being a sellout, a corporate, corporate stooge.
I think that's it's pretty perfect for me, really.
What, being a corporate stooge?
Would just like that gesture then. And I'm gonna get like a knuckle thing, one of those like knuckles or those ring things that go on across your whole
A
hand.
knuckle buster?
Is that okay? A knuckle buster and it's gonna say Jinx on it.
Yeah, we couldn't do that over here.
Oh, you can't wear those?
No, they're illegal.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Even as jewelry, if you were to buy some jewelry like that, you could be arrested.
Even in America?
No, in the UK, over here.
It was so stupid. Like, when I used to work at a store, I had like a box cutter knife. And apparently I had to leave that at work because if I was caught with that in my pocket, even to and from work, and I got arrested, I would have been arrested for having a weapon.
Yes, you would. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
For having a what?
A box
weapon.
cutter. It's a weapon.
Oh, a box cutter.
Even
Oh.
though I was using it for my store job to like unpackage boxes, I had to leave it at work.
You'd have to have a very, very well articulated reason for having it if you were stopped by an officer nicely.
Yeah.
Oh, Polly likes your cutout. I want to just collect avatar cutouts, like send us your cutout.
I don't think the average person's gonna do that. It cost me $90.
I know. I told Deja how much it cost. She was like, "Oh."
So it's not going in a corner facing the wall. Thank you very much.
They were giving me a hard time, like, are you going to bring it to lunch today? And I was like, well, she's not on the ACE committee, so I don't think I have to.
You could always do a DIY. Do a DIY. Get some. Well, the cardboard thing that you had that wrapped in. You could use that to create a DIY mini version, and just do a 3D, not a 3D print, just color copy of an image and stick it on the board.
Or crayons.
Or crayons, yeah, a mini Prim. But do it so she's that yellowy sunshine, or that yellowy sunshine mini me color, and you can have one for your as a mini Prim mini me.
I feel like I should just get like a load of like really cheap kind of gimmicky merchandise, like baseball caps and like really crappy foam fingers, just with like Prim on it and like little pictures of my avatar face, and I'm just gonna like mass send it to the office.
A big box of it.
Yeah, little flags,
You got to order it from the US though, so you don't have to pay for shipping overseas.
Yes. I should do that.
All right.
It's
Well,
my big
we've just about broken our record. 2 hours and 50.
Woo!
Yeah, and it's really cold in this room.
Oh yeah, you're still at work.
I'm still at work. I'm sitting here at work, like, Ashley, not the one I mentioned before, the other Ashley, she was like, bye, blah, blah. I'm like, everybody has left. She's like the last one to leave usually.
So is
And
this the setting for the horror movie where the lights go out one by one?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, they do. They do. They actually, if nobody's moving, they will go out after a certain time. But I do think that Shannon is probably still here. He works late. He comes in late, works late.
Oh, go get him.
Jinx, do you wear those badges of your avatar I sent you? Of my avatar.
No. That's only half that she said. Jinx, do you wear those badges of your avatar I sent you? I'd be dreadfully hurt if you aren't wearing them every day.
No, like
That's the most important part of that sentence is that.
No, but I have some badges from her in here. Okay, first of all, two things. The first thing is that that I don't remember any of those badges having my avatar on them. But the other thing is I used to have this backpack that was made of fabric that I was going to put them on. And then that backpack broke, which I was really sad because I really love that backpack. So the one I have now is made of a weird material that you don't really want to pin things to. So wait, Jinx is a girl? No, I'm a guy. Sorry. Oh, my profile says I'm male. Oh no, my other profile says I'm male.
Oh my gosh.
Jinx is going to keep it going until there are less than 10 people. No, I'm cold. I don't want to do that. Oh, I just saw one of our project managers leaving.
Jinx is the American female voice. Jazz is the male British voice. And Prim is the female British voice.
The very northern female British voice.
Wait, you're no. Oh, yeah. I got to hear her mom today. I couldn't understand. She sounds Scottish or something. I mean, I don't even
talk
know.
like that if I want to.
Go on then.
What should I say?
It doesn't matter. We probably won't understand you anyway.
It doesn't matter. You probably won't understand me anyway.
See? That does. I mean, it sounds a little bit Scottish and hard to understand.
How many times do we have to say what?
How many times did they say that?
Great. There's an echo in here and it's Scottish.
No, that was Lancashire.
Yes.
Oh, I can barely tell British and Australian apart, to be honest.
What?
Well, it depends. It depends on the British accent. Like some of them are a little different and they are almost Australian to me.
Who is who? Was Earth to Prim?
What? Who is
Who is who?
Let's just spend the next hour just repeating which person is which. Am I racist? I'm pretty sure that Australians are not a different race from the British. In fact, I'm pretty sure the British sent most of the ancestors of us.
Yes, they are the naughty people.
They're like the convicts and the naughty people who stole a loaf of bread
to Australia.
Sent to Australia. So they're like practically the same people anyway.
How old are they?
What?
How old are they?
I like the Scottish accent. I just can't understand what the people are saying.
I can't believe you think I sound Scottish. I don't sound Scottish at all.
No, well, your mom sounded Scottish.
She's not. It's just like.
It's very broad Lancashire accent. That'll be it. It's the folklore is that it's to do with the environment that people are brought up with, and Lancashire, and the way that that people talk to one another. Because you've got to think that Yorkshire is exactly the same. So Prim and I would technically be mortal enemies.
Oh, you're from Yorkshire?
Yorkshire.
Oh, you might be as far as like soccer teams go or something.
No. The Civil War was fought between Lancashire and Yorkshire. War of the Roses. And that war was...
I won.
Sorry?
I won.
Yeah, but that was over. That was over. You could argue that was over accents. It was, claim to the throne, and lots of people died. And that was...
I had a friend from Yorkshire once, and she used to... The way she said no was always like, no.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very cut off. Yeah.
Who's Prim? I am Prim.
No, I'm Prim.
No, she's Prim. He's Prim. Who's Prim?
Everyone will just be like, that's me. It's me. I'm Prim, and I'm
yes.
American. Earth to Prim.
I don't know. My accent isn't as normal as it should be here, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty well spoken compared to the rest of the people where I live, I guess.
She likes to think.
No, it's not. She actually is. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, she is. Okay.
Yeah,
I will take your word for it.
Yeah, she is.
We are Negan. Is that like vegans who?
That's Spartacus. I am Spartacus. Yes.
Oh.
I never actually watched that movie, but I watched like a
King of the North.
Oh yeah, that's probably the easiest way to describe. I'm like a wildling.
Oh yeah. Who watches Game of Thrones? I am Minnesotan. Wait, I grew up in Minnesota though. Do I sound like it?
No, you sound so Valley Girl. I don't understand why you don't.
Oh my God, like I sound so Valley Girl.
You do though, because sometimes I'll ask you something and you'll like agree, and you'll go, "I know, right?"
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
I know, right? I know, right?
Right?
Oh my God, right?
That's what you do.
Yeah, I think you're right. I know, right?
Oh, I'd like to read those. I love Game of Thrones.
Read what? What?
Blog.
Oh,
They write blogs.
oh. One of our QA people was saying that she was going to write some fan fiction over the holidays.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure. I think I think it was a joke.
What, Game of Thrones fan fiction or?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh.
Just fan fiction. Like, I just think not that many people write fan fiction. So to me, that seemed notable. I only know the Minnesotan accent from watching Fargo. Here's the thing though. When you listen to the accent in Fargo, which first of all, Fargo is Fargo, North Dakota, which is like a place they go visit in the movie, right? Or where the murder happens, or I don't know.
Why
Anyway,
is this guy yelling at me? Sorry.
what? So, but it depends where you are in Minnesota. Like if you are in the Twin Cities, you do have kind of a Midwestern accent, but you don't have that sort of Fargo accent.
Are we talking about the TV show or the movie?
The movie. I think the movie. There's a TV show called Fargo.
Yeah, it's got is it Martin Freeman? I think it's Martin Freeman.
Earth to Prim. I can't tell if they just like your name or are trying to get your attention.
Hello, Ace to Wavy.
Theories for Game of Thrones.
Well, that's just disappointing. Oh no.
What? I watch some of that stuff on YouTube, when they talk about predictions of what's going to happen or talking about backstory, comparing it to the books, which I haven't read.
I've only watched the TV show.
I figure when it's all over, then I'll go back and read the books. But otherwise, I think it's too confusing unless I want to just devote my life to it.
Oh my god, Polly used to get. Oh my god, what the hell?
Oh, both have it. I used to get a lot of people asking me what part of. See, I told you.
Yes, they do. Yeah,
Very
Americans mix the two accents up. Yeah, they do.
But she didn't say if that was from people in the UK asking her
No,
or
that's not. It's. I would imagine that's not in the UK because we had Australian imports from TV are quite popular over here. So there's. I doubt there's any way that anybody would mistake an Australian accent in the UK.
Whenever I go to London, or anywhere like down south, they think I'm
Yeah,
from
Australians
Liverpool.
asking her.
No, from Liverpool. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm not a Scouser.
Yeah.
a what? What did you call people from? I can't believe Polly said I was racist, and you're like, what are you saying about people in Liverpool? I don't know.
Scousers. They're called
Look,
Scousers.
Yeah.
I was right. She said it was
Yeah.
Australians asking. Well, people in Minnesota used to always ask me if I was from California. And then people in California are always like, where are you from? And I say Minnesota, and they're like, oh, that explains it. Prim, the best accent, OMG. Oh, like OMG.
What is my accent though?
Oh, yeah, Polly has a really nice voice, even though she's not sharing it with us today.
Not today, no. She's terribly, terribly busy with the project.
Or she's just busy, like, typing on Twitch.
Multitasking.
I don't understand. I don't.
Prim, the best accent.
I mean, I guess it's like Northern British with an American twang sometimes.
Yeah, because Prim is an Ameriphile,
Apparently.
apparently. Hey, what happened to Eat the Muffin?
He is raiding on World of Warcraft right now. So.
Oh, he didn't get banned or something. He just left of his own accord. He was like, I got my chair now. I got my comfy chair. No, wait, I don't think I sent him one. I don't know his
Doesn't
avatar
have an
name.
account.
He doesn't have an account?
No, I took it off him.
What about the one he was
Oh, he doesn't think I have a nice accent. Okay, well, bye to you.
Oh, being sarcastic. That's rude.
I know your Instagram name. I'm gonna block you.
Psych. Psych is actually spelled Psyche, which I did not realize when I was little. My grandmother had a dog named Psyche, and I just totally did not understand the name of that dog at all until I was probably like 12 or something.
Mississippi meets UK.
Mississippi.
Yeah,
And
I
for
could
some reason we had to learn that to spell it. I wish Massachusetts had a thing like that because I cannot spell that state.
Massachusetts? I can.
Ugh, I think I used to be able to.
Massachusetts.
Americans have an English twang? Maybe. I don't know. Everyone thinks Americans sound like they're from Texas. At least when they try and impersonate Americans, they seem to think that.
Hey, y'all. I actually like the word y'all.
Y'all
'Cause,
come
like-
back now. Hey,
No, 'cause I
sweetie,
feel like
come back now.
it's like when I'm typing something, I like using y'all to kind of make it less serious, I guess.
Yeah,
I think it comes off like softer.
I'll use y'all like in a letter to creators or something like that. I've actually one time I wrote up a contest for Shannon, and I was like, I said y'all. No, maybe I said howdy in that one. I don't know. I like y'all and howdy because it sounds so informal, like sort of friendly. And he was like, "No, you can't write that for me." Now it's like an inside joke. Oh, hey dog, hey prim dog.
Prim dog. Excuse me?
Prim, I'm joking, dog. I don't know.
no.
I don't know how to read that.
Well, as this
y'all.
conversation seems to be degenerating,
And it's like an hour over the scheduled.
Yeah, so we are 3 hours. This is a record that probably will only be broken on the 25th of December's broadcast, depending on who we have.
Yeah,
Drinking
depending
game.
on
Sorry?
how much alcohol is involved.
Yes, drinking game.
Yeah,
Well, and we are down to 13 people, which is pretty close to 10.
Close enough.
it's close enough. So,
If you take us away, like we are some of those people, if you take us away, then it is.
yeah.
I have wondered about US accents coming from Irish. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. My family actually immigrated. My family went to Scotland. No, they didn't go to Scotland. I think they just went to Canada from Ireland. And then they came to the US from Canada and they said, oh, we're Scottish. But they were lying
Oh.
because the Americans didn't like the Irish at all.
Yeah, I know.
Which is kind of ironic given that they basically built the infrastructure.
Yeah, it's all crazy. It's like they didn't like the Irish, they didn't like Chinese, they didn't like so many different people that did build the country. Or like, well, my family came here 20 years ago and you just came 1 year ago, so we don't like you.
Well, with the Irish in particular, I would imagine that it's actually to do with the Catholics and the Protestants.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why my family was that we are Scottish is because of religious persecution. Yeah.
Well, on that note, before we get any too further into that discussion, that could go south so quickly.
We start talking about politics.
Yeah.
So stick around, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're down to
That
12.
may happen on the 25th, so fair warning.
Well, considering me and Jinx have the chat open, we're the extra 2 over 10, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got it open as well, so there's actually...
Right, so we're at 9, okay?
Okay, time to
Peace
go.
out.
Time to go. Peace out.
Yeah, so see you, everybody.
Bye.
On Friday. Bye.
On Friday.